What is it? Oh, we're live anyways. Is it a mohawk? I know you got a mohawk. Yeah.
It's a little.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, leave it like that, man. Don't put the head on. No, hey there, everybody. We're live. If anybody don't know, this is around 30. My boy Mike Kingcaid, love him to death. I've known him for quite a few years. We've been known each other for a while. I'm gonna put everything. He does so much stuff, man. He's got a YouTube channel. He's in a band. He sells shirts and everything, which I'm gonna put everything in the description with all his stores and everything. Definitely go check out. I bought quite a few of his shirts and everything. Really nice quality, really good and everything. And he's a big Eagles fan, and I'm a big Redskins fan, and we hate each other for that. But other than that, we're good. We're good friends and everything. So that's good and everything. So Mike, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
All right.
Can't complain.
And Cato's like, finally. Man, I'm like, hey, life happens, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Plus, he was showing me a boss. I think Brother Kyle said I was slicing you cucumbers, carving eagle logos because you know you have such a big ego and everything. Everybody knows that and everything. So we're getting ready. All right. So everybody knows this is round 30. Get to know people and everything. I've done it. I've had him on before. I've met him quite a few times. Really good dude. Like I said, definitely check out his stuff. Takes beautiful, beautiful pictures. If y'all don't reflector files, if y'all don't follow that on Facebook, please do, because he has some outstanding. It makes my pictures look like crap. I'm just telling you right now, it's really good. So it really
don't shortchange yourself, buddy.
It's good. But really, anyway. So what we do is get to know these people, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for people coming in. G Money, Mike, you got G Money coming in. That's the first time I've seen him. Oh, he says it's a Nickelback podcast.
Oh boy, here we go. I had the wrong chat up. Now I see everything going on the side.
Okay, good. All right, awesome. Everybody knows that Mike's a big Nickelback fan, so hit him up with some Nickelback stuff.
Yeah, that's how rumors get started.
Exactly. Anyway, all right. So first question is, since we've had you on everything, where are you at in your collecting? What are you doing? Like, you know, are you trying to? I know you're all finishing up almost your G1 stuff. You have some white whales I've seen and everything, so you're almost finished, correct?
I was done. I was pretty much done except for one piece. I'm still looking for that Japanese double clouder.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last one. My whole aim was to get a full American G1 collection and then to get the Japanese characters that were exclusive to Japan, like the Star Sabers and Overlords and all that, you know, up to the G1 part. And yeah, the double clouder was the last one. But then Jason, Bren, you know Jason, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a good friend and he's a horrible influence. So he talked me into getting MicroMasters. So MicroMasters.
Oh, you're going.
You know, so.
Oh, nice.
I cut off right before MicroMasters, so now I'm kind of slowly amassing a MicroMaster collection. So got the double clouder and got the MicroMasters to look forward to.
Now, was Pretenders before or after MicroMasters?
Was what before or after?
Pretenders.
Pretenders was. I mean, there was some going on during the MicroMasters, but Pretenders it came out before.
Do you do the Pretenders? Or are you?
I have. Yeah. I have all. I actually have all the Pretenders, even the oddballs like the Thunderwing and Road Grabber and Chain Claw.
Yeah.
All those tail end ones. Roadblock and can't remember what the other one was called, but all those ones. Yeah, I got those all taken care of. If
y'all want to see a nice museum of G1 stuff, this man right here it's got a beautiful collection. So since you're just getting with the MicroMaster stuff, do you collect anything else Transformer wise, or are you going in? I know you collect third party stuff. Is that what you're going to mostly focus now?
Yeah, I think my focus to collecting is like I wanted to put the G1 collection together, but then I also I'm doing third party and masterpiece, and I'm doing like one of each character in that scale as well. So I'm trying to keep myself focused so it doesn't get completely out of control. Nice. And it can get out of control real quick because there's a lot of cool stuff coming out, Legends and Chug and all that stuff. But that stuff is just that stuff I just got to let my friends get and appreciate it when they have it.
Yeah, I love some Legends. Love some Legends. All right, nice. So I want to ask you a quick question before we get into some other questions. Now I know your better half. I've had her on too. If you don't mind, go check out that around 30. That was really awesome. V, I don't want Vanessa. She's awesome. Y'all did a picture on Facebook a couple months ago, and it got a lot of push and everything. So what was behind? What was the motive behind that to get that and everything?
Well, I was kind of like doing some funny pictures I got laid off for the first week this whole pandemic hit when everything shut down. So for 1 week I was at home. So my aim was to kind of do something funny every day, a funny picture every day. I did a picture of myself as Gambit and had some glowing cards, and I did a couple other, well, not only pictures, but like I did the X-Men theme song on the acoustic, and was doing
I heard it.
kind of a different project every day just to put some laughs out there, because everybody was going to be going crazy staying home all the time. So so I got the idea to do this Mortal Kombat picture, and it kind of got a little crazy. Well, I put it in, I think I'm in 2 Mortal Kombat groups, and I just kind of threw it out there, and I thought people would maybe enjoy it, but I had no idea it was going to make its way across the internet.
It's your underwear, man. That's what sold it.
I think it's pretty much. Come on, I think it's pretty much the side boob is what sold it.
nah, it's the underwear, dude.
Yeah.
Forget what Vanessa, man. It was definitely you. Now, did you get a lot of hate for it or anything like that?
There was, just like on the internet, man, it was some trolls out there, trolling me, saying nasty things about Vanessa, but whatever. I mean, you're gonna get those kind of things out there. And I fought with a couple of them, and I shouldn't, because I know better.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know how many times I've typed out so many times, like a big old paragraph. And I'm like, do I really, really want to get into this?
Yeah.
And just delete it.
99 out of 100 times I do the same thing. I just delete it, but sometimes I let it fly. But it's not like it's when if people are clowning me, it's one thing. I really kind of like just let it go. But when they start picking on her or whatever, I took a little exception to it. Yeah. But yeah, that was fun, man. It was that made its way around. It was funny because like I started seeing it places, people posting it and collecting groups and whatever that didn't know me, that didn't know either one of us, so that was kind of funny. And then trying to explain the math that her kid saw it, DJ saw it.
Oh really? Yeah.
I was a little disappointed. He was a little disappointed at how much of the internet has seen his mom's side boob. So it was
like, right. Oh well, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. But anyway, awesome. Yeah, it was a funny. Yeah, he does some really funny pictures. I remember that one Peter Cullen. I don't want to say what it is, but
Oh, that I got to give credit where credit is due. That was actually Chris Bishop.
Oh, it wasn't yours? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I thought that was yours. Okay.
It looked like something that I would have did, but he actually.
And it also looks like something Chris Bishop would do too as well. Yeah. So, that's the thing. All right. Anyways, nice. Very nice. So, if you could have one superpower, what would that superpower be?
Ooh, man. Superpower.
One also.
The first thing that pops into my head is flight, but I'm kind of scared of heights, so that probably wouldn't really work out all that well. I kind of I kind of thought like teleportation would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Skywarp was actually the first Transformer I ever got as a kid.
Okay.
So I always kind of had like a special bond with the character, and I always thought the teleportation was kind of cool, and Nightcrawler was a cool character. So that would be fun. I saw the movie Jumper. You ever see that movie?
Oh, yeah, with Star Wars. What's his name? Was it Jumper?
Jumper was Samuel L. Jackson was the bad guy. Remember?
Yeah, and it was a Christian. Whatever the guy played.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know what you're talking about, but that was a fun movie. Yeah, man, teleportation would be fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's all right. I mean, it was. Somebody's gonna say it in the chat. Oscar, this is Mike Kingcaid. I'm going to put it. He's wonderful. He does, he has a YouTube channel. He's in a band. He does, he sells merchandise. He actually has a shirt on right now that he made. And it's awesome. So yeah, this is him. So all right, very nice. So you would do teleportation. I like that. That's a good one. I don't think anybody mentioned teleportation yet right now. So that's a good one. Awesome. So moving on. And thank you so much for everybody coming in, taking time out of your busy schedule to come watch this. I really appreciate that. What is your favorite non-Transformer movie?
My favorite non-Transformer movie.
That's a lot. That's a hard question. I know there's a lot.
Man, if I was to stay in the same like genre of like kind of action figure nerd type movies, I mean, it's hard to go against some of the ones that were in the I'm a big MCU fan. The Infinity War really was awesome. I mean, there was a lot of good movies in there. But if I was to go old school. And I know it wasn't the greatest movie, but it's a little bit of a cult classic at this point. But the first Mortal Kombat movie was awesome.
I like it.
Picking out a favorite movie outside of that. I've been watching some Voltron. But that's not a movie. That was more of the series. Yeah, I'll go with Mortal Kombat 1, man. Not 2. Let's not get crazy. 2 was terrible.
I like 2 too. I was hoping they do. I was hoping they make more and do fatalities and everything. I think
I think 2 put the nail in that coffin.
Well, I watched, actually, speaking of Infinity War, I watched it last night actually on TBS, and I ripped out the Endgame too, and I watched all of them back to back.
Yeah.
Dude, the Endgame, man, that last part it's emotional, man. I get a little tear. I mean, when everybody comes in.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, man. The only thing it was missing was a little Black Sabbath when Tony Stark said, "I am Iron." I just wanted to hear like the riff at the beginning, and it would have put the icing on the cake.
Dude, when Captain America just said, "Man, Avengers Assemble," it touches my soul. I mean, it's a good part, man. But I watched all of them back to back, or both of them back to back last night, and it was really good and everything. Very nice. Mortal Kombat. Oh man, we got Jet in here, man. This first time he's came in, I know he's come to see you.
He said Excalibur. He wants me. Excalibur was the worst movie I ever saw. I was 45 minutes into Excalibur, and I wanted to split his head with an axe just for suggesting that I watch it.
Which one's Excalibur?
That's the one with Patrick Stewart's in it, and it's.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna have to go watch it. If it's on Netflix, I'll go watch it.
No, you don't have to go do anything.
I don't want to. Okay, Roll Tide, Oscar Roll Tide. Awesome, very nice. Okay, so I think I asked this maybe on the last time, but where do you see Transformers in 5 years?
Transformers in 5 years, I think we're seeing the tail end of like the G. Are you talking like all around, like official Transformers, or are you talking like third party and toys and everything?
Just overall, right? But where do you see? I mean, because like I said, we've seen there's not many G1 stuff left to make. Yeah,
you're right. That's really kind of getting to the tail end. So it's going to be interesting. Toy wise, it's going to be interesting to see if some of the other parts. Lines of Transformers is going to be able to do as well, with like, we're seeing Beast Wars stuff out there, and we're even seeing like Armada and some other figures getting out there. So it's going to be interesting to see if that has if that's sustainable, because the G1 stuff was obviously sustainable because it just had so many fans, and we were willing to buy 7 different versions of Springer. So we'll have to see what goes on there. But as far as like officially, it's hard to say, man. I think the next movie is gonna have a lot to say about that, because right now that's up in the air, and even the news about the next movies are up in the air. We heard like a sequel to Bumblebee and maybe a Beast Wars movie or something like that. So it's tough. I think it's going to be around. I think Transformers has proved without a doubt that it has staying power. I mean, as it came out in the 80s, and here we are in 2020 still talking about him. So it's doing something right.
Yeah, and thanks to Michael Bay. No, I'm just kidding. I know you have Michael Bay.
No, listen, I hate those movies, but you can't argue that it put them in the mainstream.
And worldwide. That's what I was say. If you may not like the movies, but you have to tip your hat a little bit to say, hey, it brought it back to mainstream. I mean, it was kind of dry. It's kind of I don't want to say dead in the water, but it was kind of once Michael Bay 2007 the Transformers movie came in. It, hit a lot of areas and everything. Now, do you think that we'll get shout out to Tyler. Do you think we'll get a line of Beast Wars to try to save Transformers again? But they would say that they saved Transformers, but
yeah, I love that. Yeah. I'm sure that's the one thing I'm dreading about. If there is a Beast Wars movie, like, of course I want it to be good because it's a Transformers movie, but I'm dreading that if it is good, that we're gonna have to hear all that shit over again.
I told you so. I told you so.
Saving the franchise for a second time.
Thank you. Better be lucky we're still around. Whatever. And I love Beast Wars, but anyway, I just love Transformers. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. So, what type of collector are you? I know if everybody sees your stuff. Do you do mint and silk box? Do you like to just take your stuff off the shelves and play with it or anything like that? What type of collector are you?
The G1 stuff, I collect the stuff in the package. Like if I get the stuff on cards, I like to get it sealed because I like to hang the stuff, and so obviously it's got to be sealed. With the box stuff, I'm cool with it being open. I just want it to be in nice shape and and displayable in the boxes. And I know under normal circumstances that would be really impossible to have like a box collection of toys, but the thing that makes it easier to do is the fact that over the last decade we've had all these third parties and masterpiece stuff. So if I'm going to take a Prime off the shelf, I'm going to take for now, the MP10. you know, rather than taking the G1 out. I mean, there's a definite charm to a G1 collection, but I like the playability of all the new stuff better. So I'm more likely to take stuff off the shelf.
Definitely. Oh, I got shut. I forgot to tell you, you're on a podcast. You're on a little podcast called Black Hat and Shout. I forgot to say. I'm sorry, brother Kyle. Forgive me. I am so sorry, brother Kyle. But yeah, Black Hat and Shout. Definitely go check those guys out. Jed's with them. You got Levy. I'm fixing to call him Levi, and he doesn't like that. By calling him Levy. I got Levy. Those three guys. It's awesome. It's funny. It's long. But hey, if you got some time to do it, hey, definitely check those guys out.
We've actually been consistently keeping it under 3 hours lately.
Oh my God, that's putting in work, man. That's putting in work. I remember y'all used to do, y'all used to do like 4 hour ones. I mean, close to 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
I was like, God, that's a lot.
It went on a long time, but yeah, we're it's a lot smoother now. Now that we've done 97 episodes, we finally kind of figured out what we're doing with it.
Fix to be I mean, you know, when you only do it, you know, every other week, you know, you get a lot of, you know, sometimes you get a lot of news and stuff and everything.
That is true.
Understandable. All right, very nice. So, speaking of favorite Transformer movie, not movie, but what's your favorite TV show that's non-Transformers?
Favorite TV show. So I've just actually now, and I'm probably a bad fan for taking so long, but I just started catching up on Voltron. And I got through six seasons so far. So I got another 2 seasons to go. So that show's been awesome.
Nice.
As far as TV, there hasn't really been anything new on that's been grabbing me by the bibber lately. Like I watched, you know, Sons of Anarchy and American Horror Story.
Sons of Anarchy, pretty good.
Yeah, Walking Dead fell off.
Season.
Yeah,
Walking Dead. The Sons of Anarchy was really good, but then at the end it kind of got just a little wild. I was just like, what? And the last part when he died, I was just like, what? What is this? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't do spoilers, but yeah, it's
spoiler. Listen, if that's still a spoiler, I can't even. It's been a while. How many years has it been, man? It's been a while, man.
I want to say early 2010.
It's been over 5 years for sure.
Give or take some around there. But yeah, it's a good watch. I mean, if anybody wants to watch it, and then he did another one, the
Mayans.
Mayans, I never watched that one. Did you?
Mayans, I never watched. I fell off after that. Truthfully, like lately, TV, I haven't been keeping up with much TV at all. It's surprising because we've all been kind of indoors for a long time now. Mm-hmm. But I've been concentrating more on, Vanessa just moved in not too long ago, so we've been.
Oh, congratulations! I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like right before this thing all happened, so I was lucky enough to get some in-house booty before the pandemic hit. So that was good. But yeah, so we've been kind of like getting her house ready to sell and kind of still, you know, getting stuff organized around here. So I've been plenty busy, so I really haven't had a whole lot of time to get into TV.
Oh, nice. Cato's asking, old school Voltron or Netflix? I think it's old school, right? Netflix did a couple seasons, but
Netflix. Yeah, no. I'm talking about the Netflix Voltron. They did 8 seasons.
Oh, they've already done that. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I'm obviously an old school Voltron fan. Yeah. But the more and more I got into this show, the more and more I grew to appreciate it. Right out of the gate, really, the first season's awesome. You know, it's a little different than what we remember, but there's definitely a lot of little love letters to fans of the old school Voltron for sure.
Gotcha. I need to check it out. I've never watched it. I'll give it a try. Everything. All right, very nice. Okay, so moving on to one of your favorites. Who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian of all time. So I really like Bill Burr.
He's mentioned a lot. Yep.
Bill Burr fan. Greg Giraldo. He passed away a couple of years ago, but he was one of the dudes that was consistently on the roasts on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central. Okay.
Yeah, he was one of those dudes that was mainly you seen him on roast like him and Jeffrey Ross, and they were always brutal. And I checked out a couple of his stand-ups and they were awesome. He passed away a couple of years ago, actually. Yeah. Mitch Hedberg was one of my favorites. Dave Chappelle, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to narrow that down too.
It is. There's so many. I mean, throughout all the 80s and 90s and comedians and everything. And yeah, it's just I didn't come up with some new questions, but that's the only ones I could think of. My wife helped me with some of these questions, so I was like,
God, hang on, I gotta open a window, man. I'm sweating my ass off in here. Hang on one second.
I thought you farted. I was like, I gotta open a window. I farted. Well, everybody, thank y'all so much for coming in. Hope y'all are having a good time. Thank y'all for watching this. This is awesome. This is Mike Kingcaid. If y'all don't know it, like I said, I'm going to put all his stuff in the description later on. He's on a podcast. He does music. He does a lot of stuff. He sells shirts and everything. So,
sorry, man.
No, it's okay.
I'm sweating my ass off over here.
I thought you farted. You was like, man, I got to open the window because this stinks so bad there. I'm like, all right, that's cool. What you got to do? You got to do what you got to do, man. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. I'm just talking to everybody in the chat room and everything. Like I said, I'm going to put all your stuff in the description and everything. All right. So moving on. If you could make a character on Transformers, what type of personality would they have? What would he or she turn into? And would they be a bad guy or good guy?
Man, that's kind of tough. I would associate with being one of the good guys, making a good guy character, because I think I would like the character to be a good guy character, but like the bad guys are always like, that's the sexy pick, you know, like the bad guys.
Oh, yeah. The coolest.
Man, it's tough to come up with a new character when I think the perfect character's already been made, and that's IDW World.
Okay.
So he was kind of like a Deadpool-ish type of smartass character that I associated with. So I would imagine if I make a new character up, it would be somebody pretty damn close to that.
World. Okay. What would they turn into though?
Oh man. You know, I would probably go some kind of sports car. I'm thinking some kind of sports car.
Okay. And y'all are the #1 B Sports podcast, right?
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Yeah. Just remember that.
Someone was asking what kind of podcast y'all are and everything. They are the #1 B Sports podcast. So
yeah.
I'll make sure that everything. So
you should see how much B Sports we cover.
Yes, and plug Ask World. Yes, Oscar does a great Ask World for Shattercast with us and everything, and he does a great voice. He's a great voice actor as well. So big shout out to Ask World and everything. Definitely go check out that stuff. Go check out Oscar, man. Check out his reviews and everything. They're pretty good. It's been a minute since you put out anything, but he does some really good stuff too as well and everything. So very nice, very nice. So who would you like as a leader other than Optimus Prime and Megatron for both sides?
Matt, can you pause that for 1 second, man?
Yeah.
Is it possible to pause?
No, I can't pause it.
Dude, I need 2 minutes, man.
Okay, well, go on. I'll just talk to these people. All right. So how's everybody doing? So, anybody got any questions for me? I can answer. He probably had to go take a crap. He's like, oh god, this is awesome. Live stuff, man. I would turn into Nick Foles. Huh? Whatever. Y'all got, like I said, one Super Bowl, and I'm gonna hear about the next 20 years, just like the Cowboys and us, the Redskins. We haven't been irrelevant for years, and so
Oh my god. You ever had somebody get sick on your show before?
No, man. Did you catch crap or?
Yeah, what's that? No, I just barf my brains out. It's all good.
Yeah, dang, man. We could have, man. Like I said, we could have rescheduled this for you, man. If you wanted to, if you weren't feeling good, man.
I got a headache on the way back, and that's what ends up happening. I'm all right.
You all right, man?
I think I can make it.
All right, we're not gonna be. We're not too long. We'll get hurry. We get you off, all right?
No, I'm actually feeling better than I was 30 seconds ago. It's all good.
Yeah, every time you throw up, you do feel better for some reason. I mean, you get everything out of it, all that stuff. So what was the question was? Who would you like to have as a leader? Other than Optimus Prime or Megatron?
On the Autobot side, at least judging by the old school, like the G1 cartoons, I feel like Optimus was always a little bit too much. I don't want to call him a goody-goody, but sometimes he didn't really seem capable of doing the things that a leader should have done to make the conflict go a lot easier.
Wow.
I think a lot of times he had chances to maybe put Megatron away and
and several times. Yeah.
So I'm thinking now this is across the whole universe because G1 crashes into the comics, crashes into IDW, and crashes into all these different lines and stuff. But I'm thinking like one of the wreckers, like I'm thinking like maybe Springer would make a good leader.
I've mentioned Springer before. I think he would have made a decent leader at least. Yeah, that was a good one.
On the Decepticon side, It's tough because, like, man, it's hard to pick somebody better than Megatron or Galvatron. But if you're going to pick someone, it might be somebody that is a little less crazy, because those guys always seem to be, good at military strategy and fighting, and they're really powerful and all that kind of stuff. But what ultimately stopped them sometimes is the fact that they were flat out nuts.
Exactly.
So maybe somebody a little more level-headed, like a Cyclonus, or
that's a good one. Okay.
Like Six Shot. Although Six Shot was, Six Shot probably could have did it. I mean, I watched all the Headmasters and Victory and Master Force, so I got to see those characters a little bit more in action. Right. But maybe I go Cyclonus.
That's a good choice. A couple people picked Shockwave. Shockwave would be a decent leader, maybe.
Yeah, Shockwave deals with everything logically. The problem I would have with Shockwave as a leader is, like, a lot of times you need a leader to bring a certain charisma and stuff to the table. It's like, I mean, all joking aside about the Eagles and Redskins, like, whenever I would see clips of Brian Dawkins giving a pregame speech, it made me run right through a wall. You know what I mean? So I would want a leader with a little bit more more
pizzazz. He was kind of bland. Is what we're trying to say? He could be a good leader, but he just didn't have that oomph to kind of get people excited like he could. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, that's understandable. Very nice, very nice. All right. Let me ask before the last. I have one more question last. Let me ask. Do you think we'll have football this year?
That's another good question too. I think if you would have asked me that maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I probably would have said yeah. But the way things are going, and we're starting to see spikes in certain states and stuff, and it's hard to imagine. I hope we do.
I do too.
But if you held a gun to my head and tell me one way or another, the answer might be no. Because I think we're going to see what happens with, I guess baseball. I think they finally got things solidified in basketball. I don't know about hockey, but it's all going to depend on how things go there.
Yeah,
I think if we see a lot of guys catch the virus, in those sports and stuff, then football might pack it in for a season.
Well, they've already mentioned, college players have already, a lot of teams have been, showing up and everything. People are having it and everything. So I really hope it does because, I love watching it, but I don't know. It's gonna be weird, but hopefully we do. But anyways, all right. So the last question I have is, if you had a theme song when you walked into a room, what would that be? What would that theme song be?
Theme song. Yeah, it's funny. This is the only question where I have an immediate answer for you because I've thought of this before. Because I watch, we were just talking about baseball, and everybody's kind of got their walk-up music when they go to the plate to get fired up.
Yeah.
There's a song called "The Constant" by Anthrax, and it's a newer song. Okay. It's not off the last album. I think it's off the before that. Okay. It's and it was a Belladonna song. It was on worship music. I think it was track 11, but The Constant, man, the first 30 seconds of that got you wanting to smash something.
Nice. I haven't listened to Anthrax in a while. I like the old school stuff. I like I Got the Time. I love that's a good album. I like that one and earlier stuff and everything. But I haven't listened to their new stuff and everything. So I'm gonna have to
give worship music a chance, man. That's a good album.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. So it wouldn't be like Bee Gees or Staying Alive or anything like that?
No, not quite.
Okay. I always tell them it's going to be nothing but a good time from Poison. So that's mine and everything. But that's just me. All right. Well, that's all the questions. Guys, anybody got any other question for him? Because I know he got sick and everything. Because
I'm about to go again.
Okay. We're going to end it right there. Okay. So like I said, everybody, I'm going to put everything in there, all that stuff. I want to thank everybody. Mike, thank you so much, man. I'm sorry I got you at a bad time, man.
All right, man.
Get better and everything. Take care, everybody.
Talk to you soon, bro.
All right, man. Later.
Peace.
All right. Let me see if I can. I just removed him. So I'm going to talk to Nancy Preggers. That was awesome. Sorry, everybody. It was a little late. He had some stuff happen and everything, which life happens. It's that's always fine. But like I said, really he's a good dude, really talented. He's in a band. Like I said, he is on a podcast. He sells T-shirts and everything and all this stuff, memorabilia and everything. And he's just a good dude. Takes great pictures. Like I said, I'm going to put everything in the description when it posts and everything. So definitely go check all of the stuff and everything. And like I said, I always want to say every time, if anybody wants to come on, I had Crimson Raptors on yesterday. Go check that one out. That was really fun. If you want to come on and just chop it up, talk about Transformers stuff and have a good time, definitely come in and we'll see what we can do and get you on and everything. So I guess I'll see you on the next around 30, which I have another guest next weekend for us. So we'll definitely check that out. And yeah, that was a weird round 30. That was awesome. I loved it. It was awesome. But anyways, take care, everybody. As always, Hell Hasbro, and good night, folks. And yeah, hit that like button and all that wonderful stuff and everything. So take care, everybody. Bye bye. And the awkward in broadcast thing.